Hi, it's Chef Val here, and it is Saturday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. And today is a big day. It is the first day of the Vegan Health Bundle 2026. Yes, the bundle is being released today, and it's a tremendous deal that you want to make sure that you take advantage of. You don't want to miss out on this. So the 2026 Vegan Health Bundle is only available for sale from today, Saturday, February 14th, until Sunday, February 22nd. So you have to get the bundle right away. Now, the link to purchase the bundle is in the description on this video, and it's also on my website, macroval.com. This is the fourth year I have been a part of the Vegan Health Bundle, and the bundle is put together by Chef AJ and Melissa Maris. They do a wonderful job. And so if you have not heard of the bundle before, what it is, it's a collection of videos, cookbooks, nutritional information, health information, lectures, and this collection is put together by some of the top vegan advocates that there are, Chef AJ, some wonderful doctors and chefs like myself, contributing recipes, healthy recipes for you. There's something in the bundle for everybody, believe me. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the things that are in the bundle, and I thought that I would share with you what contribution I have in the bundle. And to make it even more interesting, I thought we'd make some Kombu tea during this video. So what I contributed to the bundle was a series of classes that I taught last year, my Cancer Healing and Prevention with Macrobiotic Principles. So these are a video of 4 classes that I taught. Each class is 2 hours long. So there's a lot of information in this contribution that I have. I also typed out all of the information in an information booklet. This booklet is 65 pages long. All right. So one of the things that I highlight in the Cancer Prevention and Healing series is sea vegetables. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos on my YouTube channel, you might have seen me talk about sea vegetables because I like to talk to them a lot. In fact, last year I came out with my cookbook, Sensational Sublime Sea Vegetable, which is all recipes about sea vegetables, which you can get on my website. But I digress. This year in the bundle, it's Cancer Healing and Prevention with Macrobiotic Principles that I have submitted. And one of the recipes is aduki beans and squash, a very healing dish for your kidneys, your adrenal glands. It's fantastic. It's high in protein. And one of the ingredients in that recipe is kombu. So that's one of the sea vegetables, again, featured in the series. And whenever I teach cooking classes and I feature kombu as an ingredient, I always tell about the health benefits of kombu. And I tell everybody that kombu is high in keratin. Let me spell it right, Keratin. Now, keratin is the main hair protein. So if you want luscious, beautiful hair, and sometimes I counsel with people who their hair is thinning and they're losing their hair and they want to know what can they do to help. And I always recommend kombu tea. And so the next question is always, well, how do you make kombu tea? And it's super easy to make. But if you don't know how to make it, then, you would want to learn. So I'm just going to show you very quickly how to make it. You take 4 cups of water and put it in a saucepan and bring it to a boil, which I'm bringing the water to a boil right now. And then you take 4 inches of kombu. Kombu is the sea vegetable. So again, if you're unfamiliar with sea vegetables, the sea vegetables are sold dry in bags. You will probably find them at health food stores. Although some people buy their sea vegetables from Oriental stores. I prefer to get my sea vegetables from health food stores. They're a little cleaner, a little more straightforward. So I get Matuko sea vegetables, which are imported from Japan. But you can also get Eden sea vegetables, and Eden is located in Michigan, where I live. But anyways, the sea vegetables are dry. Okay, so they're non-perishable. They're going to last forever. So you need 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. I usually do that. So the recipe for kombu tea is so simple because you have 4 cups of water and 4 inches of kombu. You just bring the water to a boil, and then you put the 4 inches of kombu into the water. You turn it down to a simmer, so it's on low, and you just let it simmer for 15 minutes. Then you remove the kombu, and then you drink the water. Now, some people think that the water has kind of a taste like to it, but I think it's pretty much doesn't have that much of a taste to it. It's not very strong. And again, if you want luscious, beautiful hair, then kombu is your go-to. All right, we're almost at a boil right there. So that's kombu tea, in case you're interested, which is part of the cancer healing and prevention that I have in the 2026 Vegan Health Bundle. And so in the information packet that you get with the videos, and it's in the bundle, I explain the health benefits of the food. And even though it's all written out in the 65-page booklet, if you watch the video of the actual cooking class, or it's not a cooking class, well, it's a healing class, but I do have recipes in there too. Each class is 2 hours long. I go over so much information in the class. I literally cover whatever I can, and I answer questions of the students that were attending the class when I taught it. So there's a lot of great information in there about the food, the health benefits of it, and I focus on the anti-cancer properties of the food and the recipes that I share into this series, right? All right, let's go over here where the water is on my stove. It's almost at a boil. Almost at a boil once it gets there. Yeah, so for the 4-week cancer healing and prevention series that I taught, that you are going to get in the bundle, and by the way, the link to purchase the bundle is in the description underneath this video. Week 1, I covered miso soup, and miso soup has the miso in it, made from soybeans that have a lot of anti-cancer properties. The miso soup has the sea vegetable wakame. It also features squash, winter squashes, burdock root. Burdock root is fantastic for purifying your blood. Shiitake mushrooms, which have a lot of anti-cancer properties. All right, we're at a boil. So you just take the piece of kombu, put it in there like so, and reduce it 15 minutes. So we'll give it about 15 minutes. I'll tell you all about the bundle in the 15 minutes that it's sitting there and simmering. And then you have the opportunity to click that link and go. Now, if you click the link, it's going to take you to a page that's going to have all of the items listed. Excuse me, you'll be able to see like all the cookbooks there are, all the health information, all the lectures. You'll be able to see all the items if you just click on the link. Okay. Back to the cancer healing and prevention series that's in the bundle that I contributed. In the week number 1, not only the miso soup, but the miso soup also has turmeric in it. And I go over how to use fresh turmeric. I adore fresh turmeric, and the healing benefits of fresh turmeric are stronger than dried turmeric. And so that's in week 1. Also, brown rice. Brown rice, brown rice, brown rice. So again, one of my all-time favorite foods is brown rice. If you've watched any of my videos or attended any of my cooking classes, you know how I go on and on about the healing benefits of brown rice. And I go over that in the class series, listing all the anti-cancer properties of brown rice. I also go over all the different kinds of brown rice: short grain, long grain, wild rice, black rice. It's all in there. Week number 2 is the aduki beans and squash with the sea vegetable kombu. I also do a recipe in week number 2 called boiled vegetables. Now, boiled vegetables is a recipe that when I have worked with people who have had cancer in the past, this is a recipe that I would cook for them every single week because it gives you a wonderful variety of vegetables. But the cooking process of the boiled vegetables is so calming and peaceful energetically to your body. It's helping to heal your body energetically, which is something I go over in the 4-week class also too. Not only am I teaching about food and the health benefits of the food, but I'm talking about the energy of the food. And in the first week, I go into an explanation about macrobiotic principles, the explanation of yin and yang, and how to balance the yin and yang energy in your food. That's all in week number 1 also. But the boiled vegetables consists of squash, turnip, broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts. In week number 2, I also go over dandelion and the strong anti-cancer properties of dandelion, how to make dandelion tea. I also go over parsley, how to make parsley tea. And then I also talk about parasites and how parasites are tied into cancer. And I give some suggestions for foods that will help cleanse parasites out of your system. And I also go into herbs that have anti-parasitic properties. Okay, so our kombu is just hanging out there in the water, simmering. It's not really doing much of anything. Week number 3, I teach you how to make a dish that's brown rice, dried daikon, and chickpeas. So this is a very strengthening dish with the dried daikon, which cleanses toxins out of your system. In week number 3, I feature the sea vegetable arame, and I teach you how to make arame, carrots, broccoli with umeboshi. Now, again, check out my video all about umeboshi. I love umeboshi, and I go into great detail in this series about the healing property of it. I also cover, in week number 3, Essiac tea. Have you heard of Essiac tea? Maybe I'll do a video later on in the week about Essiac tea, because each day of the bundle, I am going to be putting videos on my YouTube channel, my Facebook, and I'm going to be promoting the bundle every single day. I also go over fennel tea in week number 3, and I talk about sugar. I talk about fruit and how that affects you if you are diagnosed with cancer. And I also talk about how confusing the glycemic index is. That's, that class is really good, week number 3. And something that very, very important I talk about in week number 3 is the toxic substances that are in the diagnostic test that when you have cancer, they make you take, like the MRI, the CAT scan, and they inject you with the toxic substance, toxic metals that stay in your body that will contribute to you being sick. So all that's in week number 3. And in the information packet and everything, I give you links to go read about more on this substance, how it's terrible for you and how to avoid it. That's all in week 3. Now, week number 4, I teach you how to make a wonderful casserole using millet, lentils, and the sea vegetable dulse, one of my all-time favorite sea vegetables, dulse. I also teach you a dish with tofu. Again, here we are with the soybeans and the anti-cancer properties. It's a nashimi vegetable stew with tofu. And that dish actually has kombu in it also. So I'm going back to kombu. I teach you how to make a strengthening tea using kudzu. I talk about kakusha twig tea, which is the standard macrobiotic tea that I drink every single day. I also talk about an umeboshi kudzu tea. And then I talk about the spiritual energy of healing. I go into an explanation, again, all about energy and healing the body and how your internal dialogue and what you say to yourself has a lot to do with your healing journey. So I go over that in week number 4. And then I also touch on how to maintain a healthy cancer prevention diet and lifestyle moving forward, right? After you've taken the class, after you've made these recipes, you're on your healing journey. So I go into that, all right? So the kombu is just hanging out here, simmering. Now, kombu is a sea vegetable. It's an actual plant that grows in the ocean. Now, I call them sea vegetables. Some people call them seaweeds. I like sea vegetables. It sounds a little better, right? But sea vegetables are known for cleansing the body of toxins. It's an actual plant that grows in the ocean, and the plant itself just cleanses water. And your body is mainly made up of water, so the sea vegetable cleanses the fluids in your system. It cleanses your body. This is directly from the information of the cancer healing and prevention that's in the 2026 Vegan Health Bundle that you'll be getting when you click the link below and you purchase it before February 22nd, because after February 22nd, this bundle is not going to be available. It's cooling in nature. It has a natural salty flavor. So all sea vegetables, because they grow in the ocean, which is salt water, they have a slight salty flavor, but they're also all bitter. All sea vegetables are bitter. And that bitter flavor is very important because it feeds and nurtures your heart and your brain. And it has benefits for the kidney. It helps to increase your yin fluids. Again, the fluids that flow through your body, making them healthy. It helps to soften, harden areas and masses in your body, such as, excuse me, I'm sorry about that. Harden masses in your body, such as tumors. So kombu helps break that down. Helps restore tired muscles, helps get rid of candida, fungus, and yeast growth. That's all the health benefits of kombu. Kombu can help bring down your high blood pressure if you suffer with that. It helps with your prostate and ovarian. Yes, all sea vegetables feed and nurture reproductive organs. So your prostate, ovarian, things like that. Helps to reduce edema, which is swelling. This is all the health benefits of kombu with the anti-cancer properties. So we're letting this hang out and boil. Let me give you a close-up of it, although it's not really much to see. The kombu is just sitting there, simmering, and all the health benefits of the kombu are going into the water, keratin, things like that. Give me 1 second here. I sneezed. I apologize for that. All right, hanging out. Okay, I'm back. And we're talking about the 2026 Vegan Health Bundle, and we're making kombu tea. So that kombu tea needs to simmer for just a little bit more. So let's go back over here. Now, all week long, I will be making some recipes out of the bundle, and I'll be featuring them here on my YouTube channel. Make sure you stay tuned. So today is the first day, Saturday, February 14th. So I only had time to make one recipe so far. Let's see. It is Lori Laundrie's brownies that are made with sweet potatoes and beans. Okay, so I already baked up these brownies. This is the only recipe I've been able to make so far, but all week long I'll be making recipes from the bundle. So let me tell you about some of the things in the bundle. Again, the 2026 Vegan Health Bundle has over 68 contributions in it. You're going to be getting over 68 items, and it's worth over $4,500. Now, the one item that I put in the bundle, my Cancer Healing and Prevention 4-week series with the book, if you were to purchase this off my website, it would be $140. Just this one item. And you're going to get the whole bundle for $49, with over 68 other items like My Cancer Healing and Prevention. Here are just some of the things that are in the bundle. We have Chef AJ Plant Powered Party. Okay, so this is a video that Chef AJ did with her recipes. And she also has contributed in there a cookbook. Chef AJ and Melissa Maris did a cookbook called Make It Raw, okay, which features vegan raw recipes that the two of them have created together. Now, one of the things I'm most excited about in the bundle, besides My Cancer Healing and Prevention, is Chef Julia Dunaway. She has contributed whole wheat sourdough bread class and recipes. I've already watched her video and wow, okay? She shows you techniques on how to make sourdough bread. And she goes into great detail, and you have to watch the video. You have to see what the sourdough bread looks like at each stage of while she's making it, and the textures. And her sourdough bread is just beautiful when it's done. Now, during this week of the bundle, I will be working on making sourdough bread using Chef Julia's techniques. So stay tuned and make sure you watch my videos so you see how that comes out. I already told you about Lori Laundrie. She has contributed Bake, Bite, and Blend. These are all dessert recipes. The brownies are one of them. So there's a yoga contribution in there called Conscious Movement Flow Yoga with Ekta Miksha. I can't pronounce her name, but very nice lady. It's a very soothing, calming yoga video in there. There is a book and video about fermented foods. I'm super excited about this. Eat Your Way to Health, Fermented Foods by Nicole Fogelman. All right, I'm going to do some of her fermented foods this week too. And then Raw Chef Yin. I met her last year through the bundle. Very nice lady. And she has a Chinese takeout. So vegan recipes that are inspired by Chinese takeout food. And she also has a creamy copycat, which is frozen ice cream recipes. And then we have a cookbook, 20 Oil-Free Sauces by Chef Mark Reinfeld. I already have written some notes. I'm going to make one of his sauces this week too. And let's see, Connie DeCramer. She has an 8-video series exploring how to have a healthy relationship with food. And so she's very calm, very peaceful, and she goes into the spiritual side of having a relationship with food. And this will really help people on their journey when they decide they want to eat healthy and want to eat vegan. And then we have Melissa Maris. Of course, she's one of the ladies who puts together the bundle. Amazing, amazing woman. She has sushi, nori rolls, and bowls. And she has a vegan cutting techniques. And she is known as Raw Food Romance. And her recipes, or the video, or the videos, the pictures, she's an incredible photographer. Her food looks amazing. And then her husband is Nate Maris, and he has contributed Crack, Spread, Repeat, which are crackers and dips. And I'm going to make one of his dips this week. I can't wait. And he also has written a book. Now, one of the things I love about the 2026 Vegan Health Bundle this year is that we have a few people that have contributed the male point of view from healing your body with vegan whole foods. And Nate has done that. He has written a book called Full Mast, and it's about healing his body. And I just started reading it, and it's amazing. I really like Nate's writing style. He's very straightforward, and he's always like, hey, if you want to be healthy and you want to heal your body, here's how to do it, and it's just really good. There's also a book called Escape, Break Free from Self-Made Prison by Tim Kaufman, who apparently, I started reading his book too. He had a lot of health issues. He was a very large guy, changed his diet, and he's doing fantastic now. And his wife also jumped aboard the bandwagon. So there's another great book in there. And then there's one called Lost and Found, Hope and Healing Through Medical Mystery by Chuck Carroll. Okay, another healing journey. Again, we've got 3 great books written by men and how they changed their diet. And so I'm excited about that. That's awesome. Now we have the McDougall Starch Solution, okay, which is contributed in there. Dr. McDougall, unfortunately, is no longer with us, but all of his videos are still available. And this is the starch solution that he's put in there. Well, his wife is put in there now. I mean, and the McDougall Foundation and everything still continues, but this is what's in the bundle this year. And then we have Marquetta Solis and Reverend Dina Mayana Lawman. And this is a spiritual thing that's in the bundle that I'm super excited about. It's called The Inner Life of Vegan Health. And these 2 ladies have this video series in there where they talk about your journey of being vegan and how to handle it with things that happen in your day-to-day life. But it comes from like a spiritual side. They talk about energy healing, the quantum field, and they even mention Reiki. Okay. Now, these are just some of the items in the bundle that has over 68 contributions, over $4,500 worth of merchandise, and it's yours for only $49. But I'm telling you, it's only available from today, Saturday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, until Sunday, February 22nd. After the 22nd, you can't get this collection of books, videos, inspiring, spiritual videos, recipes. You can't get this after the 22nd. All right, so it's the 2026 Vegan Health Bundle. And what I have in the bundle is the Cancer Healing and Prevention with Macrobiotic Principles, 4 classes that I taught last year. So much information in there. And again, you just can't even imagine. Now, I don't know if this is new to you and you don't know what the bundle is. All of what's in the bundle will be sent to you in a digital form. So what I do is I download everything that's in the bundle on a flash drive, and I save everything on a flash drive. And then if there's something that I really want, like one of the cookbooks, I will go and print up the book. Like I printed up this book. I also printed up Chef Julia Dunaway's whole week book because I was super excited about that. Let me show you that. So I just went and I printed up, this is just the first page, but it's multiple pages, but it's kind of like now I have her cookbook printed and ready to go, just like my book with all the health benefits and the recipes that I've contributed. So you will get everything in a digital form. And like I said, I save everything on a flash drive. And that way I will have it forever. Okay. Now you'll be able to access the bundle for 1 year. So you can go to the link that's provided to you once you purchase the bundle. You'll be able to access those things for 1 year. But my advice is to download everything, and then you'll have everything forever. All right. And so what else can I tell you about the bundle? It's a tremendous deal. Oh, here we go. This is what I wanted to share with you. So after I taught the Cancer Healing and Prevention with Macrobiotic Principle class, I had some people write testimonials about what they thought of the class. And so Leanne DeBerry wrote, I took one of Val's cooking series classes and was so impressed by her knowledge, easy to follow presentation, handouts, and explanations of what and why she was doing things. I look forward to taking more classes. Deborah Morgan wrote, I thoroughly enjoyed your 4-week cancer healing classes. In addition to learning why nutritious foods are so important, we received valuable advice such as how to handle standard medical tests and the importance of self-love. Thank you. And that's from Deborah. Now, Evelyn from Canada, she wrote this testimonial. This December 2025 will be 9 years since I had my first counseling session with Valerie. So I've been working with Evelyn for quite a while, but she attended the cancer class. I recently participated in her cancer healing and prevention with foods class, and I can honestly say that she never disappoints. The information she provided in this class/course was extensive and thorough, along with recipes to begin incorporating in our daily lives and help one to get started. Her recipes are simple and delicious, and her teaching and counseling style has always been carried out with care and integrity. I highly recommend this course with Chef Valerie Wilson if you are interested in learning how to care for yourself naturally and feel more empowered to do so. So those are some of the testimonials about the 4-week series that I have in the 2026 Vegan Health Bundle. Let's come over here and check out our kombu tea. All right. So it's been cooking for 15 minutes, right? That's what it looks like. Let me get a cup. I'll pour out some of this tea in a cup so that I can drink it. Hold on. Let me get a see-through cup, one that's clear so you can see. All right, so I'm coming here with a cup. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to remove the kombu. All right, turn the heat off, and then I'm just going to take a see-through glass so you can see the tea. Like I said, it doesn't have any color because you just boiled the kombu. This is what it looks like. Now, it depends on what you're trying to heal from. Like, if you wanted to drink the tea because you wanted to help grow your hair and everything, I would recommend, 3 cups a day. If you were on a cancer healing and prevention program, I would also recommend 3 cups a day, something like that. So you can see it's see-through. There isn't much to see. Now, I get asked a lot of time, what do you do with this piece of kombu? Because you've already boiled it and all of the delicious health benefits are in there. Now, if you're making soup within the next couple days, you could cut up this piece of kombu and just put it in the soup. If you like the taste of sea vegetables, you could just eat this. You could cut it up and put it in your brown rice, okay? But you've gotten most of the flavors and everything in the tea, and that's what you're going to be drinking. So if you wanted to, you could discard the kombu. But I will probably be making soup within the next couple days, so I'll cut it up and I'll just put it in my soup. That's my plan, anyways. All right, so it's really, really hot because it just was made. But let's take a sample. Yeah, it's really hot. So yeah, I think it's really neutral. But it's super hot, so it's kind of hard to drink. But now some people think that it has it does. It's a sea vegetable. Some people think it has a sea vegetable taste. So, but it's medicinal. It's medicine. It's not going to taste like some sweetened drink that probably isn't good for you anyways. But it's the kombu tea, and I wanted to share that recipe with you. That's just one of the recipes, for the cancer healing and prevention series that I have in the 2026 bundle. All right. So yeah. I know what else I was going to tell you as long as I'm here telling you about the bundle. All week long on my YouTube channel and my Facebook, which you are watching this video on one of those 2 platforms, I am going to be interviewing all the, these people that are in the bundle. Not everybody, because there isn't enough time to get to everybody, but many of these people. So I have a schedule and everything. Now, if you go to macroval.com, go to the homepage and scroll down, and it says sign up for Val's newsletter. If you sign up for the newsletter, you will get a schedule of all the people I'm going to be interviewing on my YouTube channel. Also, hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel, and then you'll see all the people I'm going to be talking with all week long, right? But Okay, today is September 14th. So later today at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be talking with Lori Laundrie about her brownies and her desserts. On Sunday, February 15th, I will be talking with Chef Julia Dunaway all about sourdough bread. And that is at 3 p.m. Eastern Time also. On Monday, February 16th, it is the inner life of vegan health with Marquetta and Reverend Dina. So that'll be like the spiritual side of that. That is at 3:15 on Monday. Tuesday, I'm being interviewed by other people, so I don't have anything on the schedule for Tuesday here on my YouTube channel. Wednesday at 12 noon, I am interviewing Connie DeCramer. Again, she has 8 videos in the bundle talking about, living a peaceful vegan life. That should be a wonderful conversation. And then at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, Wednesday, February 18th, I will be talking with Raw Chef Yin. And so that'll be really good. She'll probably be talking about her creamy ice cream, right? Thursday, February 19th at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, I will be talking with Melissa Maris, Raw Food Romance. We should have a really great conversation. I can't wait to talk to Melissa. And then on Friday, February 20th, at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, I'll be talking with her husband, Nate Maris. I can't wait to talk to him about this book that he's written. It takes a lot of courage to write a book about your healing journey, and Nate has written this book. And then on Saturday, February 21st, I'm going to be talking with Nicole Ferguson about her fermentation book, and I will have some stuff fermented by then, and that's at 11 a.m. So my YouTube channel is going to be very busy this week, but I want you to meet all of these wonderful people that are in the 2026 Vegan Health Bundle. They're all wonderful people, and their contributions are amazing, all right? So the link to purchase the bundle is in the description of this video. Click that link. You will not be disappointed, okay? $4,500 worth of merchandise for only $49, all right? All week long, again, stay tuned to my channel because I will be making recipes from other people in the bundle. I'll be showing them to you and letting you know. I even do some recipes out of my cancer healing and prevention, right? So make sure you take advantage of this. After Sunday, February 22nd, it will be gone and you won't be able to get it. And you really want to take advantage of getting the bundle. Trust me. Okay, so thank you so much for listening and tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you at the next video. And remember, get in the kitchen and cook healthy.